Whew. I am trying to pull off this hood look. Who knows if it's gonna work? It might come off later. We'll see. Hey everyone, I'm Carrie and this is my channel. Welcome. This is self-care and astrology. And these are videos that are all about how you can use your personal astrological chart to point you in the direction of the best ways to take care of yourself mentally and physically. So this is the first video in my Chiron series, and this is kind of an intro to Chiron. I'm going to go through all the different Chiron placements in videos following this. So I'll go into Chiron in certain zodiac signs, also Chiron in certain houses. But this video is really going to focus on what is Chiron. And there have been a number of videos about what Chiron is, the history of Chiron, the history of studying Chiron. Currently, the planet is just moved into Chiron and Aries, and what does that mean? But we're going to focus on what is Chiron brought down to from an intellectual place and brought down into our everyday lives. What does Chiron mean for you? How does Chiron show up in your life? How does Chiron make decisions for you? How does Chiron keep you from some of your ultimate happiness and keep you deep down in your wound? I am a self-care and wellness coach, and I use astrology to help my clients to better their self-care. Now, astrology is just one of the tools that I use, but it's a big one. One of the main reasons that people come to me to work with me, hire me to work with them, whether it's as an astrologer to read their chart or as a self-care coach or both, is because they want to know why they are sabotaging themselves, sabotaging their health, sabotaging their well-being, sabotaging their relationships, sabotaging their career opportunities, sabotaging their happiness. Why do they keep continuing this battle over and over again? Why do they keep getting in their own way? And I would say 99% of the time, the reason is because of their Chiron placement. So what does Chiron, an asteroid out in the atmosphere, have to do with you getting in your own way? Basically, our Chiron placement represents the places where we got hurt. And often the places where we continue that story, we continue to hurt ourselves or try to stay away from anything that resembles that wound in order to keep ourselves from pain, from feeling that wound again. This can lead to addictions, it can lead to overeating, it can lead to sabotaging our relationships, it could lead to doubting ourselves, it could lead to being overworked and underpaid. Chiron shows up in so many ways. People can spend their entire lives trying to work out and heal our deepest wounds. In fact, we often do spend our entire lives. That's why Chiron is called the wounded healer. The idea is that you spend so much of your life revisiting this hurt, going to therapy, reading self-help books, that you literally become a master of this wound, your wound. And then other people see that you have this energy, this mastery of this particular area of a wound. And if they have a similar wound, they start to come to you for guidance and how to heal it. And so in a way, you become a master. You become a healer yourself. Now, you never completely heal the wound, right? Like I got a wound, like what? I used to play kickball and softball and football and all kinds of stuff when I was a kid. And so I have got lots of scars. Well, the wound is not there anymore. You know, the impact, the emotion of having gotten kicked in the head or whatever it is that I did to myself playing those games. The wound doesn't have the same emotional resonance, right? But my scars are still there. And so that's basically how Chiron works, you know, that we take the infection out of the wound and it gets to heal, but we do have a scar to always remind us that it was there. Once you become the wounded healer, the pain from that original wound never hurts as much as it used to. It doesn't keep you from life. It doesn't keep getting in your way. Now, everybody has a Chiron placement. So nobody gets out of this, by the way. And that's actually very comforting, because knowing that everybody has a deepest wound, that you're not alone, and that everybody in some small way is on this journey to trying to heal it. There's this really great quote from Rumi, and it's been used many times, and it says, "The wound is the place where the light enters you." I may be paraphrasing, but the gist of it is that our wounds are actually the portal to getting to where we want to be and moving to where we want to be in life. It's actually going through the wound, because when Chiron, or our deepest wound, just sits there, it kind of just festers and gets more infected, and it starts to create obstacles to our intimacy, our ability to fully embody ourselves, to love ourselves. It starts to create obstacles to personal growth, more confidence, more well-being. I mean, it just starts to have its own life underneath yours, and then it takes over your life. So it's really important to know your Chiron placement and to start working with it. So here's my deal. I don't think Chiron is our deepest wound. I think Chiron is our deepest contribution. It's like this rock that we've been given to turn into a diamond, to turn into a pot of gold. A lot of people think, what they're meant to contribute is like their career, so that would be your midheaven, your public persona. And in this day and age, our public persona is automatically connected to our career and the way that we make money. But Chiron, I think, is actually our greatest contribution. It's the way that it shows us that we are actually connected to everybody else. We came into this life to teach and to learn. And Chiron is basically showing us what we were meant to teach based on what we have learned. That's actually the beauty of Chiron. And I'm pretty sure you didn't think I would go in that direction. But if you're part of the Pluto and Scorpio generation, you will probably get this more than anyone else. There is beauty in pain. There's beauty in Chiron. And it's our deepest wound. Don't get me wrong. But see how our astrological charts are actually telling us exactly how to heal ourselves. Chiron by zodiac sign is telling us exactly what the battle was about. And our Chiron by house placement is showing us exactly where the battle took place, basically. So once you know those coordinates, you can win the battle. The first step to healing your Chiron is becoming aware of your Chiron placement in the first place. And you can find that on any online natal chart. Just go to like astro.com and put in your natal chart information and make sure that you select Chiron, and you can see what your placement is. But knowing what your deepest wound is not actually working with healing it. Healing it comes in the different self-care strategies that you incorporate into your life every day as a kind of counter, as an opposite, and start to create this muscle memory of having more confidence in this certain area. And that's how you heal. It's something that I call Chiron care. Because I have to name everything. I'm going to be doing a workshop in a group setting with people around healing our Chiron placements. And that's happening on May 17th, 2018 in the Northern California Bay Area in West Marin. So if you are in the area, please come check it out. It's going to be super rad and super healing. And I'm excited to be offering these exercises to people. We'll be working on Chiron in a group setting. And honestly, there's something about working on stuff in a group setting. I don't know if you've ever done like group meditation. It's like 1,000,000 times more powerful and impactful when you do it in a group group witnessing kind of setting. So I hope you can join us for that. And please let friends who live in the area know that this is happening as well. A lot of people actually go into the profession of their Chiron placements. They actually become healers and choose that as a career. So I am a self-care coach. I wonder if you can tell which Chiron placement that I have. If you like my kooky channel and you want to see more, just subscribe and encourage others to do so as well. And if you'd like to schedule a personal reading with me online, just hit me up on my website. That's empowerment-astrology.com. You can check it out in the credits as well. All right, you've got the primer for Chiron. So go and check out the next video. Let me know what you think. And in the meantime, take care of yourself.